Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm revamping a series. So if you have been on my channel for a while, you already know that a while ago I used to do a series called the WIP Diaries, and for a few reasons I just stopped doing them. And I wanted to pick up back the series, but I wanted to change the name for a specific reason I'm not going to get into today. And I don't know what I'm actually going to title this video or the series in general. But I guess you'll know when I post this, so hopefully I figure out something. So today, right now, I wanted to start up this series by kind of giving you guys a rundown of all of my projects, and I will have timestamps in the description box down below as well as a pinned comment if you want to hop around projects. So the first book that I'm going to talk about is the one that I'm working on the most, which is Lost in Blue. So I'm not going to get too in-depth with my summary here because I do have my website page. Lost in Blue follows twins named Ronan and Sophia, as basically Ronan becomes a werewolf, and with that comes some unique trials and challenges that he has to deal with. And when he's getting the help of this mysterious new werewolf that is in town and he's kind of just learning to control his abilities, he also learns that the alpha who raped him is also the serial killer who a bunch of police are looking for, because in Ronan's hometown of Jolie, there has been a minimum of 10 bodies dropping every month, so obviously the authorities are concerned. I am on my second run of beta readers right now. I only have 2 betas left that need to finish the book, so I have went ahead and gone through my editing process. I am currently on my first editing category. Basically how I'm structuring the editing process is I have 9 categories of edits that I'm going to be doing. I will go ahead and put the categories up on the screen for you right now if you are curious. And the way that I'm doing it is I just have the categories and I'm just going to work my way down. And the reason I have these is just to be able to structure my editing process. That way I'm not just going, oh, what do I edit next? And I'm about a third way done with the first category. I don't really want to call them rounds just because a lot of these are probably going to take multiple rounds of edits and revising to complete. And my goal for the month of September is to complete up to the category 6, but I'm hoping to finish more. My actual goal was to finish up to category 7, but I just wasn't sure if that was super realistic, so I went ahead and just stopped at 6 just to be safe, because I'm not sure how much time I'm going to be able to devote to my edits, and at that I'm not sure how long each edit is going to take, so I wanted to be able to be as realistic as possible while still giving myself a really good goal to achieve, because obviously doing the first 6 is still a lot to do in 1 month. And as far as my third round of beta readers, I'm hoping to open up applications to everyone midway through October. Just to let you know, I am going to be recruiting betas early through my newsletter, which will likely go up at the end of September. So if you're interested, feel free to sign up to my newsletter down below. And one of the things that I did for my second round of beta readers that I think was so smart, and I'm definitely going to be doing in my third round, is while the beta process itself was going on, I did not make any edits on the book. And the reason I did this is because I wanted to be able to look at all of my beta readers' feedback for one section at a time, and I obviously couldn't do this until everyone was done. So to me, it just made the most sense to wait until the entire process was over, especially with how I organize my edits. I think that it's pretty much impossible to be able to do it in the format that I did without having everyone's feedback first. Because even though I'm not going through beta's specific feedback until the very end of my editing process, all of the earlier steps were determined by their feedback. I can't plan out my editing cycle without knowing what my betas are thinking of the book. And I'm not sure how long this beta process is going to take. I think I'm going to aim for 2 months, which means I will have 2 months where I am not working on Lost in Blue, which will free up a lot of my time. Because as of right now, I'm going to be dedicating anywhere from 3 to 4 days a week to editing. So as you can imagine, 3 to 4 days is going to be a lot of extra time. And I'm very excited because during this time, I'm hoping that I'll be able to upload more on my YouTube channel. I do have an announcement about my upload schedule at the end of this video, so stay tuned. So I'm hoping I'll be able to do that. And I'm also hoping to work on some of these other projects, because there have been projects I've really been wanting to outline for a while now, but I just have not had the time. And I also have a very special secret project going on in October that's going to require a lot of my time. So I am particularly looking forward to be able to at least spend half of that month working on that more, versus the first 2 weeks of the month, which will probably be extremely busy. I am not looking forward to that. Lost in Love, I can't really tell you too much about it. The only thing I can say is that it's the sequel to Lost in Blue. It follows Sophia, Derek, and Leo. always want to say Ron, but Ron does not have a point of view. I'm actually debating on adding in Ron's point of view, actually, but story for another time. This book basically follows members of the new pack as a coven of witches comes in and is trying to kill them and people in the town and stuff like that. The stage that I'm at right now, it is completely outlined, and I believe I have written like the first, like something over like 12,000 words, I think. My problem with Lost in Love, and I think I'm actually going to be putting this project on hold for now. The only reason is, well, I was brainstorming about the series with my really good friend Annie. So thank you so much, Annie, for hearing me out. Like, she helped me brainstorm for like several hours one day. That was seriously so helpful. So yeah, just like thank you so much, Annie, you're a godsend. But basically we were talking and I realized that there were a lot of things that I was gonna have to change in the sequel. And that's also when I realized that I am, you know, at the beginning stages of the editing process. So I don't know how much of that is going to affect the next book, and I don't want to like re-outline it and then redraft it and then basically realize that what I wrote, all of it has to be rewritten anyways. So I think for the time being, I'm going to put this on hold until I get to like the professional edit for Lost in Blue, which will obviously be ways away. So I'm going to be putting this project on hold for a very long time. The only reason I wanted to mention in this video is just because I have worked on it and I have mentioned it in my videos before. So I wanted to at least like give you an idea of if I don't mention it and if I'm working on other projects instead of working on the Lost in Blue series. That's why. And that brings us to the third main book that I'm working on, which is Smoke and Ashes. So Smoke and Ashes, a adult dark fantasy romance. Smoke and Ashes will be a part of a trilogy at the minimum, but it's probably going to be more like 4 or 5 books. And the first book follows siblings named Alir and Arawan. For the purpose of the summary, I'm going to be referring to them as Lee and Ari because those are their nicknames, but just be aware that those are their like given names and like titles and stuff like that. So Lee is the crown prince of the kingdom of Ain, and Ari is the third in line. This book follows Lee and Ari as a coven of witches pops up in town and tries to kill the royal family, but they very quickly realize that the coven's intention isn't even as bad as killing off the royal family. It's actually a much bigger issue, and they have to deal with that in book 1 and in subsequent books. So I am hoping to be able to re-outline it and probably start drafting it again. I don't have a set like time in the book that I'd like to get. I just like for all of the world building and outlining to be done, and I think that in of itself is going to take a while, so I would preferably like to start drafting, but again, it's kind of just if I have the time and just trying to do as much as I can for that, because that is definitely like my second favorite like project to work on. Like, I love Smoke and Ashes so much. The next book that I have that I'm not really working on right now, but I have started, is called Ma Chevy. Ma Chevy is the French word for my darling. So this book follows 2 girls. Is it bad I don't remember their names? Anyways, it follows 2 girls. So one of them is like, I don't like the word slut, is like a playboy but a girl. And basically she has a bit of a reputation with the ladies, particularly with the tourist ladies, and she has basically realized that she's gotten to a point in her life where she wants like a serious relationship. She wants like an actual girlfriend. She doesn't just want a fuck buddy, which is fair. And she is also this badass CEO of a very popular cafe chain in Paris. Basically, one day she meets this girl. They do not get off on a great start, but this girl happens to be an author and she wants to interview the cafe owner girl because she wants to basically write a novel about France, but since she's just a tourist, she doesn't know much about the country or about how to write it well, and she has hit a slump of really bad writer's block. So this book is kind of like her chance to kind of shine and show her publishers that she is still a capable author, because she's kind of riding down a high of being a really popular author. I would kind of like to do an outline for Ma Chevy because I don't have one. I wrote like the first chapter of it and then I stopped because I realized I needed an outline, but I didn't want to do one. So I would kind of like to make an outline. I just haven't really been in the mood for it, so I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. So this book, I also don't remember their names. I'm so sorry. So this book basically follows these two girls who are from a village, and they are dating, and basically they find out that the kingdom... And basically one of them finds out that they are actually a royal member of a kingdom that is unknown and that most people don't know exists, because this kingdom is like on a separate plane from the kingdom that they live in. This kingdom is in a lot of danger because the entire royal family has been killed. They do have a stand-in ruler, but they are not doing their job well at all, and the kingdom is basically about to die off, basically, and these girls have to go to the kingdom in order for them to reclaim it. And while they're there, they realize that the problems in the kingdom are very deep rooted and it also affects several other kingdoms. There's just like a string of problems that they have to deal with. This plot is very vague because I started writing this book a while ago, but I really want to continue it, or at least like outline it, but I haven't really had the time. And for Wolves of War, I would love to like get some world building done and get an outline going, and again maybe even drafting. So that concludes the first episode of my new series. I don't know what it's called yet. Oh my god. I really gotta figure that shit out, y'all. With that being said, I think that's the end of today's video, but before you go, I've got two announcements for you. The first announcement is regarding my upload schedule. So as you might have noticed, I have kind of missed a few days of uploads. And I realized through August that I spend a lot more time with YouTube than I do with editing, and that is a problem. And let me start by saying that that is no one's fault but my own. Like, I just love making YouTube videos so much that sometimes I forget about the actual, you know, editing and writing process sometimes. So I've been working on shifting my focus back on editing the most. And I was originally going to cut myself to one video a week, but I realized that I literally can't do this because of the secret project that is happening in October. There will be an announcement video probably in like 2-1. There will be an announcement video for it very soon. And with that comes other videos that I need to make, but then on top of that, I already had writing videos planned, and I want to vlog for the Bookopoly readathon that I'm doing, and I just kind of realized that limiting myself to one video a week didn't make sense. So what I'm doing is I am going to for sure say that I will be uploading every week on Thursdays at 3 p.m. PST time. However, I will also most likely be uploading on other days of the week, probably Tuesdays as well. So I'm thinking that I'll probably at least upload twice a week, but I'm only going to like fully commit to once a week. And I'm mostly doing this because some weeks with my school, like this semester, are really hectic, and some of them they're more lax to where I could probably pull off 2 or 3 videos a week, but I just don't want to like commit myself to 2 or 3 videos, just because again I want to be able to focus on the editing process as much as possible. The second announcement is regarding my newsletter. So as you guys may know, all my newsletter subscribers get access to my exclusive members page. Basically, my members page is a page on my website that is exclusive to my newsletter subscribers. Each quarter, I post one writing and one bookish goodie. I think I'm going to be updating my members page at the end of September, just because I want it to be around the same time that I'm sending out my newsletter for the month, which likely won't be till the end of the month. However, once I put up the new goodies on my website, I am taking down the old ones and you will not be able to see them. So I just wanted to let you guys know, just in case you wanted to get those goodies, to make sure that you subscribe to my newsletter. And even though my August newsletter has already been sent out, you will still get access to the members page, because as soon as you sign up, you get a confirmation email from me, and that includes the password to the members page. If you have any troubles with it, feel free to message me on social media. If you're curious, the goodies for this next quarter, so bookish wise, you are going to get access to another secret page on my website, which has information all about Ari and Aphrodite, who are characters from my book Smoke and Ashes. And for the writing goodie, you are going to be getting a productivity worksheet to help you be more productive. So if any of that interests you, please sign up for my newsletter. The link is down below. Go do the thing. It's a fun time. And especially after watching this video, if you have any sorts of requests about what book you want to hear from for the next quarterly goodie, or what sort of peek into the book you would like. For example, do you want like an excerpt? Do you want word-building information? Do you want character information? Stuff like that. Or if there's something writing-wise that you want to see from me, feel free to comment below, or you can message me on social media, and I would love to make that happen, because obviously I'm doing this stuff for you guys. And with that being said, that is all that I have for you today. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you want to see more videos in the series, comment below, let me know. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and hit that big red subscribe button down below and turn those post notifications that you know every time I upload, because remember, Thursdays are guaranteed, but however, the other videos could be on Tuesday, they could be on Wednesday, they could be on Monday, they could be on Sunday. Honestly, who knows? That is all that I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!